Hello and welcome to my review for the manga of Bokura wa Minna Kawai. So yeah, yesterday I finished the show yesterday morning. Then I read half of the manga in the afternoon, and this morning I just finished it. Wasn't that long. The chapter flew by pretty fast. There was like 90 chapter, but basically I skipped all the chapter I already knew. You know, each time I was starting reading a chapter and I was like, yeah, I've seen this before, I just skipped it. And also, yeah, the chapter it reads really fast. Like, it's a very simple manga. So anyway, as most of my review, this first part will be the non-spoiler, and then I'll go into spoiler, kind of giving you my general thought. Not really going to be a long video, but yeah. So first of all, to give you an idea, like the show, rated a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it, but it's more or less like the show. I'm not the biggest fan of the main character relationship or the romance. I think it's so basic and boring that, yeah, I had a hard time with it. I'm more enjoying the side character, Mayumi and Shirosaki stuff mainly. The comedy is like most anime hit or miss. I never laughed out loud, but I did chuckle or smile sometimes, so that's always a positive. And the manga, as was the anime, is mostly comedy, like 90% comedy and 10% development of romance and character. So yeah, I would recommend it if you like the anime, there's no doubt. It's basically the same thing. The art is good, the character design are good, the character art is good, but the author definitely doesn't draw much background. It's really simple. That's also why it's fast to read, because there's not much to look at. I do think it's I don't know if lazy is the right word, but there's many slice of life who gain some who are better because they get great art and great background and stuff. And this one, they were like, sometimes, you know, many times the author just does we have the character face with a white background, not even anything drawn in. And yeah, it's kind of lazy. I would say that if the art was more detailed in general, it might have made it a bit better, but not by that much, because yeah, it's also a story that matters. So yeah, since it's mainly a comedy, I would say there's not much else to say. What else did I not address? Some new character I introduced later on, one or two, but nothing that interesting to mention. Yeah, I would recommend it if you like the show. It's basically the continuation and end of the story. That's about it for my non-spoiler review. There isn't much to say, so let's go to the spoiler section. Click away if you're not interested in hearing that. So yeah, since, as I said, mainly comedy, there's really not much to say. Ritsu and Usa relationship was developed pretty slowly until like chapter 70 or something, 20 chapter away from the end, when finally confessed to her and they go out. But then mostly nothing really happened. I mean, it's really as it was for me at the beginning. I don't care that much about the relationship. I don't think it was bad, but it was so basic and there was nothing that stand out. What I cared about the most was Mayumi and Shirosaki, and I was more or less humored in that sense that yeah, there was some development between them at one point when we found out that Shirosaki is a popular book author, and Mayumi is pretty like weirded out by it, because he seems like such a loser, but he's actually cool, which even if he wasn't a book author, I always said that yeah, he was cool despite everything. And he was definitely perfect for her, because yeah, you would cherish her in some way, you could say. She's a S, he's an M, that works. But yeah, there was some actually more interesting development between these two. They didn't really end up together in the basic sense of the term, even in the like final chapter when it's been some time. Like Ritsu and Usa have moved in together and out of the complex and shit. Even later on, it's not really like they're together, Shirosaki and Mayumi. It's more like she calls him all the time and shit. But I guess you can easily imagine that at some point she realized and they get together. So yeah, that was probably my favorite part of the manga, those two. Sayaka did not really go to an arc where she stopped doing what she does. She wasn't that interesting. Ayashi, the ghost girl, she went through an arc of falling in love with one of the guys that works at the coffee shop. That was nice too. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say other than that. It was okay. Well, it was good. 7 is good, not okay. I had fun with it, and I found out something afterward that it's actually the same author as Love Lab, which I watched the show and really enjoyed too. So yeah, I mean, when both this and Love Lab weren't the greatest thing I ever read or watched, they were pretty enjoyable. So I guess it's a good track record for the author. So yeah, that's about it for my review for it. Yeah, not much else to say. Enjoyable, but not the best thing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.